let's go back to that Northwood game. Um, what a heck of a game, a soccer game. Obviously, ended regulation in a 0-0 tie, and couldn't get anything in the back of the net for either team during those overtime periods. So, headed to PKs, and certainly got our year's worth maybe of PKs in that game, with you guys coming out. I think it was 13-12. So can you talk about the momentum after you leave your you get that bye, so there's no kind of quarterfinal matchup for you all. So no game being played for you all last weekend. You get that game on Thursday against Northwood. What was kind of the mindset and just the resiliency that you were able to see from your team to be able to get a win that evening in Ashland?
Yeah, I think for us, that was always the goal. It came down to the last day to figure out who was going to host the tournament, and there were quite a few teams in the running still, and that was important for us, especially with the quick amount of games that we had in the last 5 days prior to, is get a little bit of a rest recovery. And hats off to Northwood; they're an unbelievable opponent. They're making the NCAA tournament as well, which we're really excited for. It's something that we have a lot of respect for them and what they do. And the last time 2 years ago, we faced each other in penalties as well, and the outcome was a little bit different. And I think that's the growth of the group and the experience that they got. A lot of those kids that were in that penalty shootout, a couple years ago, and we end up losing at Northwood. Were the same kids that were playing in the game over the weekend. So I think that's a lot of growth. And I'm not going to lie, I was probably hiding in the corner somewhere, not paying attention to see how fast it could go by. I know everybody else was stressed out about it, but it's good to see that this time around we were able to win in penalties, and it's our first time, that we won in penalties in a tournament setting.